welcome to Bars and Bells. My name is Lauren.
And I'm Ian.
And just making sure we're on here. And this is week 6 of semester 4 this year. We've been working hard all year. Hard, but also consistently on our kettlebell skills. Over the past 6 weeks, we've progressed into our full snatch. And today we'll be putting all of that together for some snatches. We'll start with our body weight warm up, and then we'll get into snatching.
So as we are into that home stretch of this semester, let's get into the home strength. Yes, we'll start strong and finish stronger. So start with the hands at the sides, and we'll do our shoulder blades first. Low effort, shoulder shrug up. Keep the hands in place and round the shoulders forward, and lightly armpits low. Anti-shrug exercise there. Then the shoulder blades will elevate again, and then retract or squeeze together, and then also return down low. Now bend the elbows with the palms facing forward, and from that W shape, let's repeat the same effort. An up shrug, a forward shrug with the hands staying still, and pull down on those armpits. And last time, up from this position, retract from this position, and pull those armpits low. Easy does it. Check that overhead range. Are your elbows able to, as Lauren's showing, extend and be in line with those ears? From that position, let's shrug up, round forward, and pull down, and then shrug up, retract back, and pull those armpits down. And then pull back into what we call that rack position with the elbows in front, and then casually just extend through those elbows or straighten them out. We'll get right to the floor for the head, neck, and some more wrist warm-ups. Let's get there with the foot warm-up first. Get those knees towards over toes on 2 feet, and then push those hips through, cramping the glutes and keeping the rib cage down. Repeat one last time as you go knees towards over toe, and we'll stand up again. We like to incorporate some of those balances here, so find those tiptoes, perhaps close your eyes. It's been a week since I've done that. Still got it. How about you? And return those feet to the floor. Then we'll go knees over toes, stay the same height, and just warm up those tiptoes for the lunges here. Hopefully it's a pleasant burn on your quadriceps. And find the heels to the floor. And repeat that one more time, up to the balls of feet. And then stay there this time as you return to the floor. Knees down, hips through, quick wrists, and quick head and neck here. Land with the fingertips first. Calluses and full hands connect, blood donations facing forward. At the head neck, extension meaning look forward, and then our chin tuck looking between the hands. Repeat that one more time, extension forward, and then chin tuck look between the hands. From this position, let's do our first knuckle push-up. That's the calluses stay heavy, the palms of the hand leave, and then slowly absorb the floor, just like we did on the toe balances. Repeat a couple more times, aiming to keep the elbows straight and armpits or shoulder blades low. And then do it one more time and flick the floor away. And for 5 seconds here, extend the hips or squeeze your glutes through, but then lean forward just a little bit, mimicking that top of the kettlebell swing, or for today's practice, the snatch. We'll do a quarter turn with those hands, land fingers, calluses and hands, and a lateral ear to shoulder movement, that lateral flexion of the head, neck. Repeat to the other side, ear to shoulder. The nose is staying in the same place relative to the floor, and the ear is just gently moving itself towards the shoulder and finding the middle. Then from here, I'll push towards Lauren and go the other way. Then I'll push to the wall on my left, and I'll move to the right. Push one way, go the other, and that's the same cue for those kettlebell snatches. Drive your feet in the ground as that kettlebell snatches itself all the way overhead. Return to the middle. Flick those fingers away, push those hips through, checking in on those wrist extension movements for the get up, and maybe just over to Lauren here for a quick little lunge and hip series, and then we'll get going on said get up in a second.
All right, let's warm up those lunges. So from this kneeling position, we'll bring one leg forward. Right here, let's check in. Our front chin is fairly vertical. Our back toe is tucked if it could be, and our back butt cheek nice and squeezed, extending the hip. Next, your shoulders are squared to the front of the room, and they're stacked on top of those hips, creating a nice long line. Now, gently push down on that front leg and pull it in. As you pull that leg back, you'll gently drift knee towards over toe. You'll keep the back hip extended and squeezing, and you'll keep that extension and squeeze as you go backwards back. So meet yourself up tall. Let's do that one more time. It should be a lot of work to keep that hip extended here as well as here. Then we'll heel toe that leg open to the side and repeat again. Gently push that leg heavy into the floor. Try to fire up those hamstrings as you pull yourself knee towards over toe. Then push into the floor, sending yourself back to tall. Hip remains extended. From here, let's add a light rotation. So same arm as that side leg goes across your chest. Lightly retract your shoulder blades. With your head, look towards that side knee. And then with your rib cage, rotate to the side knee. Use your hip hinge, pushing the hips back. The hand will find the floor. Stack yourself over top of the hand, so shoulder, shoulder, elbow, hand. Then push the floor away, extending the hips. Head returns to center. Body with your core returns to center. Blades stayed stable. Let's heel toe that leg to the front. Undo it and repeat on the other side. Leg front, vertical shin, square, extended back hip. Keep that back hip extended as you gently pull down and pull on that front leg, drifting forward, and then sending yourself back to tall. Keep squeezing. I believe we did that twice, so let's do it again. Pull ourselves forward, and then gently push forward to go back to tall. Heel toe the leg open to the side. Stay square with that upper body as you drive down and drift again, working on that ankle mobility, sending the knee towards over the toe, as well as opening up those adductors and hip extension. Whoa, so many things. Then side arm across our chest, blades together. Head will rotate to that side knee. Torso will follow because your core rotated. Hinge on your hips, sending them back towards your ankle as you would in the get up. Hand finds the floor, stack. For a second, just keep opening up, then push the floor away. Head will come to center, torso, rotation to center. Heel, toe, and then let's bring that leg underneath of us. Stand up via our toe squat. So with our toes tucked behind us, we'll rock back. We'll find those heels, and then we'll gently press through to tall. Give that a little shake out.
And now that we're standing, let's just get our kettlebell swings warmed up, and we'll progress those swings into our snatches as we progress through the workout. Let's do this quick I go, you go, and that way we can talk about our swing. Lauren will set up that kettlebell swing with the one arm and just do about 3 repetitions of that stop swing. That's a hike pass out front and a park. Repeat again, hike, behind you in the pass, and then park. Do 3 on one side, and then let's do 3 on the other.
So Team Ian will go here for another 3 as we stay loose in between. If you're with Team Ian, you had that grip and tip of the bell, packing your shoulder, engaging that lat. It's your hips that drive the bell through and matching that strong exhale. We'll repeat the same thing on the other side.
We could use those 2 hands on the swings as well, but we have been progressing to the one arm swing and on to the clean and snatch. So work to your strength or challenge your own weaknesses here today. But they're not weaknesses, they're just skills we need to improve on.
Remember, as we're doing this, to have that off arm coming with you. It's important with that snatch as well, so the arm comes back. It either comes to that rack position, or sometimes I like to get people to tap the bell so that that arm always knows where it's going. Place it down. Let's repeat a couple continuous.
All right, we'll go sets of 5 here. We'll go 5 continuous swings on the right. 1 and 2. Count to 5 in your own head or out loud to keep track of your own reps. And once that team Lauren parks it, just switch out that hand and do the same thing right away. It's a hike pass out front. Lauren and I do like our hand in that rack position. That cue to touch out front is also a very strong idea as well. They do their 5, we do our 5.
Whew. Getting that heart rate pumping a little bit. But it's that shoulder retracted, and again, it's the hips driving through to stand up. Make sure you're not just smashing your knees together. Hips come through to tall. It's the hips and the butt cheeks. Should I say hips one more time? Hips, hips, and that strong exhale. Connect it to your lats. Breathe, place down. We'll repeat that routine one last time, followed by our first get up.
5 and 5, as Lauren said, gets that heart rate going, and hopefully here those sets of swings do feel more groovy as you get into it. That's a couple, 3, 4, and then cautiously, calmly, quietly is the right word I was looking for, park that bell. The sounds we should hear are the sounds, that heavy exertion breath on the kettlebell up phase, and then that sniffing in or recoiling the breath on the down phase of the swing.
All right, team Ian, same thing, second side. Sorry, I find my neck a little loose on this shirt and it bops around. But as we finish 5 continuous swings here, we're finding our rhythm, finding our groove as we progress towards our snatches in just a couple minutes here. So last couple swings for team Ian, and then let's do our first get up. And because we're going to be pressing this bell overhead, and because we're gonna be snatching, let's start our get up from the top here. So we'll do a cheat clean or clean, it's up to you, to that rack position. So over top of your bell, nice hinge, pull to rack. One nice press, up overhead, and we'll do our get up down. So the leg you can touch will drop back. We'll step to open. We'll use that hinge we practice with the rotation. Then the sweep. To the elbow, away from the elbow to your back, keep your bell up, stand back up, hip drive pull, squish bug hand, bridge sweep, press away, rotation, square up, use both legs. Now let's pull that bell down, and we're gonna go through the legs, park in front, through, park, good.
Ooh, getting into a clean there.
Getting into the clean.
Same thing, other side. So it starts with that hike pass into the rack, full tension press. The leg we can touch drops back in the lunge, and we'll open and windmill. And sweep, sitting tall, finding the elbow, and then pushing off the elbow, returning to our back. Repeat the up, drive the hip. Tall sit, bridge, sweep a leg, still looking up, but now we'll look on the horizon as we in our lunge phase and stand tall. As Lauren said, let's pull it to the rack and then hike past behind us, return it to the floor, and come up barehanded. Progressing those swings, we'll continue to work on this I go, you go phase, and now we'll do a press up and work on the snatch down. So that means Lauren and your team will take a kettlebell into the rack position, press it once, and then pull it down the body and get out of the way.
We're going continuous or stop?
Continuous, that's a good cue. So from the hike pass to the rack, and then a press. In that one arm swing, we like that kettlebell out front. As we're in
3
this
total.
snatch protocol, keep it nice and tight to the body. Let's go, I go, you go.
So team Ian, same thing, other side. So first it's a clean to that rack position. It's a press overhead. And then as we let that bell go, we try to keep the elbow high, but we keep the bell tight to our body. Through to the rack, press overhead, tight to the body, repeat. Last time, placing that bell down, always using your hinge.
Be careful of your training partner or your wall in front of you, but imagine that there is that wall in front of you. We're right here. And that kettlebell does not encroach upon that wall. It's tight to the body because it's efficient, and efficiency in this case means safe as well.
It's like falling with style, like Buzz Lightyear once said. So clean it, press it, and then you're gonna guide it back down through the legs to that rack position. Press it, guide it back down, and clean and press. Nice, so we've worked on that down phase of the snatch today, as well in past weeks. Now let's work on that up phase. We'll take it all the way overhead and pull it down.
So it's going from the ground to overhead, but repeat that pathway into the rack, and then all the way back overhead. Nice. If there's, again, a phase that's really tough for you, maybe just work on that one. We will be doing those comprehensive snatches, the full thing, but maybe breaking it down is a good place for us to be today.
Yes, stay tuned for that. But right now, one more time on that breakdown here, as we get it overhead, pull down, through, use your hips. If it felt easy and you caught it overhead easily, that was a great snatch. If you're feeling like you're pressing it, use more hips. Get that bell overhead with these.
Do you have a collection of kettlebells at home? Because maybe the heavier kettlebell is the one for you, but also don't rush into heavy, as Lauren said. That commitment to using your hips and avoiding the press is also a nice cue to help your snatch today.
One more time for
Three more.
Team Ian in this breakdown here for the last 3. Then we'll do a get up, and then we'll do some continuous snatches here. So one last time, use your hips to get it overhead. You have a firm grip because you obviously don't want to let go of that kettlebell, but remember you have to have somewhat of a light grip to punch through that bell at that top. Too firm of a grip and you'll get the bam, which we don't want.
Stay away from the bam.
Just to keep it the same and consistent throughout today, let's do one more get up on each side, starting from the top. I'd say it's appropriate to snatch that bell to overhead. So with it on the floor, let's take it, pick it up, get it overhead. Full get up down, leg you can touch, opening up, rotating, hinging, sweeping, elbow, back, come on back, up, hand, sweep. On that lunge, use both your legs to up tall. Pull the bell down. Oops, we could have snatched it down, I'm sorry. Through park. Let's do that on the other side, I forgot.
So the other side, we'll snatch it all the way overhead from the dead stop in the middle, hike pass and overhead. Then drop the lunge with control. Open the leg in the windmill. Find the floor. Stack, sweep, find the elbow, return to your back, and then drive the hip. Sit tall, bridge yet again, sweep the other leg, press the floor away, square up the lunge looking on the horizon, stand tall, and let's snatch down. Wow.
Boom.
To the floor.
All right,
Awesome.
Today's little put togetherness of snatches, as we've been working on them over the past 6 weeks, we are going to do at least 2, maybe 3, that's why I put up the number 3 rounds. 3, I go, you go. I go 3, one arm, Ian goes 3, other. I go 3, Ian goes 3. 3s, 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 6s. 3s, 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 6s.
Nice little ladder today.
Okay. Team Ian, how about you start?
We'll start.
3 continuous
reps.
snatches on your first side, go ahead. From the floor, it's overhead. It's back through using those hips, back overhead. 1 more, and then we'll go first side. Here we go.
3, that's lovely. So again, making sure you're catching that kettlebell in that overhead position. Again, the elbow to stay straight, bicep in line with the ear.
So Team Ian's
Repeat.
second arm here, 3 in a row. Grip that bell, use your hips, punch through it at the top. As we're resting and we're staying loose, we're checking in on our grip, making sure everything's gonna be okay here. Second side.
Whew. The grip does get a little hot on those calluses, so pumice them off in a shower. But right now, ensure that your grip is firm, yet flexible. As Lauren said, you're able to punch through that kettlebell at the top. That's our first set of 3s. We're on to our next set of 3s right here.
Round 2 here, Team Ian, starting us off with another set of 3s. And as you can maybe put together, 3 plus 3 is 6, and that's how we chose these numbers. We'll do 2 rounds, and then we'll total them up.
Whew. Lauren set up in that kettlebell snatch without the arm on the leg. It never touches the leg here, and the kettlebell never touches the rack either. And as we park, avoid the likelihood to put your hand on the leg.
Team Ian, 3 on that second side here. Offhand helps you come through. Boom. Good. Avoiding that twist, so sending both hips through. Same thing on that second side.
Nice. How are you feeling? It's always a nice opportunity to check in, check out your partner's form. That I go, you go rest is a nice way, again, to keep yourself nice and fresh. 3 plus 3 is 6.
So Team Ian.
So let's do it again.
First round of 6 here. 6 for Team Ian. In this one, we're going to keep that I go, you go. And the next one, I'm going to switch it up a little bit. Get a little more heart rate in there. So this is 6 on that first side. Firm grip, but light grip. Hips driving through. Off arm coming with you. Massing your exhale to your hip drive. Whew.
High tension in those snatches and something loose in between. Long breaths will help with that recovery as well. And looking super strong. And each rep is getting stronger and stronger until we're a little bit tired. We're going to finish with that integrity piece as always here.
Shaking it out, taking a couple breaths. Team Ian, second side of 6. Staying loose. Loose grip, loose legs, loose cheeks. Shake it out. Don't shake it out if you're Team Ian. You should be snatchy. Last 1 or so here. Hopefully you're counting.
6.
And then placing that bell down with control.
And breathe. And what's going really well about your practice here today, Lauren's not making it look easy. She's making it look groovy. Feeling strong and stronger with each rep. Awesome work. And I am excited and nervous all at the same time for that surprise Lauren has for our next series of reps.
So in this set, let's keep the same numbers, but Team Ian will go back to back. He'll do 3 left, 3 right. We do want that belt to be put down in between. Let's not play with changing hands just yet. So team me in 3 on one side. Good. So a little less time in between, fewer or more reps combined here. Place it down, quick shake, second side. Take that reset time in between. Don't make it too long, but give yourself a chance to square up, to stand up in between your set, and switch.
That's great. Never be in a rush, but nice and urgent, or keep everything flowing quite nicely here. Looking awesome there, Lauren. That's 3. It's a quick park, a quick reset. Make sure your spacing between you and the bell is great. Make sure your feet are rooted in the floor. There's an endless checklist. Just pick on 1 or 2 of those items at a time. Rinsing here, a little bit of breath here.
So team me in here, we'll be back to 3s again, back to back. 3 on the first arm, 3 on the second. I personally started with my non-dominant arm this round, and so my dominant is second, just to spice it up. As the first round, I did my dominant side first. You choose. It is good to try to do that if you can. If you forget, just make sure you're even. It's the best we can do here.
And I did that the last time, but that time I did revert to my dominant because it's dominant. That's what happens. The mind games, brain gym exercises in conjunction with the full body strength exercises like the snatch. One side is 3, and the next set is 3. And for us who are resting, take a breath, visualize success for that set number 6, or reps of 6 rather for set number 2.
So 6 reps here, place it down, and then another 6 right away. Try to control your breath. It's gonna get a little faster, but still try to match the exhale. If we were going for that snatch test, which is that 100 swings in 5 minutes, towards the end of that test, the breaths get a little bit messy and you might lose it. But in this rep structure, we want you to keep that exhale matching the hip drive. Nice inhale in the down. Good. Always catching it with those braced abs, the tight cheeks, the rooted feet. That overhead position should almost feel like a rest for a second. Same with the down a little bit, but then you have to catch it.
We're working the hardest on the up, that's for sure. Why? Because gravity is going this way, so up is harder. But that's 3 and 4. We're going to that number 6, shaking it in between. Looking great. And if it's not, it's okay. Maybe you watch this, or go back to those one-arm deadlifts, or anything else that's in between. Choose your own rep strategy, of course, and stay strong. There's 2. You're hearing that nice little breath. The breath in on the down, your recoil, and that exertion on the up. There we go.
All right.
Put on.
I say we do one more round of that.
I'm in.
So let's do it in the same pattern. Push it a little bit. It is week 6. We've worked for this. So team me in 3 in a row on one arm, followed by 3 in a row on the other. We'll keep that same pattern and then be ready for a surprise and the 3rd set of this, or the set of 6. So stay tuned. That's how I'm keeping you interested, excited, and around. But we only have a couple minutes left. We're almost done here.
That's 3s. That's our first set of 3s. And again, that team Lauren doing their thing. Shake it out. Take a breath. We were training some friends and family this past weekend, and they asked, what about this exercise? What about this next exercise? And all exercises with the kettlebell are good. But specialize in the ones that give you the most bang for your buck, and this snatch exercise is definitely one of them.
All right, team me in another set of 3 by 3, or 3 times 2. However you want to keep track of your sets and reps, do 3 on the first time, place it down, take a second, square yourself up, repeat on the other side. This is a final set of 3 here. Whew. Nice. Last one.
Bang for your buck exercises. Kettlebell snatch is definitely one, but our favorite is that get up. I wonder how we can foreshadow the finish for today. 3 comes quick, park it, reset, shake it out, adjust the wardrobe as you need, or anything else. And we'll get 3 again. And we're getting ready, because we have 6 coming up soon.
Sorry, just wait, team me in.
Okay.
All right, we're going to do this together. We are going to snatch 6 snatches. On the 6th one, you're going to leave it overhead. We're going to do a get up down with it, a get up back up with it, unsnatch it to the floor. We'll take a couple seconds off. We'll repeat on the other side. All right? Here we go. 6 snatches on the 6th that stays up. Here we go. One more. Keep it overhead. And then it's that leg you can touch. Drop back lunge. Open. Windmill hinge. Sweep. Elbow. Keep the pedal up. Hip drive pull. Find your hand. Bridge sweep. Press away. Both legs. Now to place it down, unsnatch. Or snatch down. I don't know what the technical term is there. That was one side. Shake it out. Take a couple breaths, not too long. I'm gonna push it a bit. We'll do the second side.
6 snatches. So I have my stance ready. I'll grab it with my one arm. Take a breath in. Pull. Snatch 1. It's down. It's up. It's down. It's up. There's 3. And 4. Head there. So that's our 6. And now we'll drop into our lunge. Open in the windmill. Find the floor. Stack. Sweep. Elbow to the ground. Now it's our last hip drive up. Our last tall sit. And a bridge. And then push the floor away. Square up the lunge. Tall stand. Then our snatch down. And park. Now grip strength. All those pieces to make that a nice challenging exercise there.
Let's finish with a quick breath, but not too quick. Little pattern here just to slow our heart rate. And breathing down, we'll take a nice breath in through the nose and out through the nose. And in through the nose, expanding and filling in all directions, and out through the nose. One more time. And exhale. And now we'll add a little bit more. We'll inhale for 4. Hold for 4. Inhale more. Exhale for 4. Do it again. In for 4. Hold for 4. In more for 4. Hold for 4. Exhale for 4. Here we go. Hold for 4. Breathe. Ooh, that empty one.
Awesome.
Gets you every time.
We did it. Week 6 of 6. Specializing in that kettlebell snatch. Raise the roof. Pump yourself up.
Raise the
Feeling pretty
snatches.
good from that. And again, we're intense about the consistency we train with. And sometimes those movements like the snatch get intense as well. But next week, probably bring it back down. Work on those get-ups and work on some more basics like some carries, some swings, and Lauren's least favorite exercise.
I don't know what that is.
The squats.
Oh, don't give it all away. Stay tuned for next week when we start semester 5. So thanks for joining us over the course of this year. We're more than halfway. And remember, just that consistency over the intensity as we progress our kettlebell skills. Later this week, we'll be filming our bar class for our hip mobility and finishing up our push-up routine. As well, we have our body weight class coming up this week too. So stay tuned for that. Like and subscribe on Patreon as well as YouTube. Check out our website. Leave a comment. Let us know how the workout went. Thanks for joining us. Take care.
Stay strong.
And we'll train soon.
Have a good day.
Goodbye.